Hey, patrons, you bunch of assholes. No, I'm kidding. I love you guys.
Love
The thing
you.
is that
Love
we've had this in our collection for for a couple of months now, and we're finally now getting around to watching the Atheist Delusion and giving you guys the play-by-play. I don't know how if we're going to do this uninterrupted. We'll see if something demands that we pause. We'll all pause. We're all watching it at the same time on our separate computers, but the one you're going to be hearing coming from is my laptop to the left of me. So if I pause, it's going to be pretty apparent because you're not going to hear his Kiwi voice anymore. Just I hate this man. He's terrible. He is just absolutely the worst when it comes to these kind of things. And he sold more snake oil because he's like, oh, this is going to be the movie that makes it so all atheists will come to the fold. They'll give up their ways and they'll come to Christ. And I don't know about you guys, but all I heard watching this is just a whole bunch of the same old shit that we've heard from other arguments and just not even repackaged. Not even.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I am starting at 00 right now, and I am going to hit play. We got to go through the FBI warning, no copsies, or whatever the fuck they want to tell you to do. Anyway, here we go. And it's going to have a loud-ass Living Waters thing.
Yay, Living Waters!
What the fuck does that even mean?
That religion is just absolutely uncalled for. We are just mere things floating on a rock in space.
Scary music. Those
Doom
scary
music!
atheists.
We are not only figuratively, but literally stardust.
You don't have to go to church on Christmas, and it is about being good, and that's what all religions are about anyway.
Rudy!
Yay!
Are you an atheist?
Yes.
Technology that doesn't exist.
Kill yourself?
Bird.
I'd like to. So you're an atheist? Yes.
I don't know about you guys, but watching this, I got the distinct feeling he talked to nobody but, like, first-year students at whatever fucking colleges he went to, or...
Oh yeah, would have had to. I mean, he just talked to people who were not used to that level of bullshit.
The Atheist Delusion, why millions deny the obvious.
The obvious. The obvious. It's not. Most people on the planet aren't Christians. If it was
a bald
that
eagle.
obvious,
Yeah, he paid a lot of money for it.
This is for America. Ignore his voice. It's for America. Yeah,
All of this wonderful stock footage that he's got of other animals
No.
and plants.
No kidding.
pretty things are pretty.
Oh,
He must have learned about
eyes.
He must have learned about fair use because he tends to be using a lot of shit that's public domain now, or he's using it for review purposes and stuff.
Sure.
How about
Oh yeah.
David, are you
Guys?
an atheist? Yes.
David
When did you
that
become an atheist?
really needs to shave? He does not even.
He looks like a 60s beatnik. I love him.
To me, it's the dumbest thing. It's for people that can't accept the fact that they're going to die and rot in the ground like I'm going to do, and it gives them some relief from that thought, because it's not the nicest thought in the world.
I
you an
don't have a
atheist?
problem with it.
Good.
I don't really give a
Yes, I
shit
am.
anymore.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
Are you an atheist?
I am.
The master of
I'm
cuts.
atheist.
Cut.
He does
cut.
not talk to a
Cut,
lot
cut,
of
Do you believe
people.
in God's existence?
No, I do not.
How long have you been an atheist?
I would say probably since I was about 15 years old.
So you don't believe in the existence of
Oops,
God?
sorry.
No, not really.
what happened when you were 15?
I started questioning
Oh, there it is.
things, and I really
Oh, yeah.
just started
That's
to
what
think
happened.
about the logic behind
What
everything.
what did you do wrong? What did God
Pause.
do wrong?
Yeah, what did you do wrong? What happened? Like, oh, yeah, because there has to be something that happens in order for you to be an atheist,
Of course.
Because
yeah, of course there
Romans tells you that everybody has God on their heart and everything.
Oh yeah, he gets to that. Don't worry.
Oh, I love
Ray,
that part.
Ray, I forgot. I've got something for you tonight.
X.
I got something for you.
Oh,
Oh.
a banana.
Oh.
I forgot my bananas.
Oh, you even texted me to say bring bananas.
I
Oh.
know. I was
Banana
thinking
over
bananas,
there.
and then I forgot
Oh,
the bananas.
yeah. Look at that. That is just the atheist nightmare, according to Ray.
Oh.
And we call
Yeah.
it the creationist nightmare because it's been
Oh.
genetically modified.
Yeah,
Because
Because a
Hey,
banana fits perfectly in your hand.
Yeah, X. You get that banana.
Patrons are paying for this one, man.
Yeah, they are.
I didn't even hit the
what
back of my throat yet. I do the whole thing.
minutes and seconds are you at? Because I was off from you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I am at 2:26 right now.
God
Well,
didn't
people
mean the
listening-
banana to be used in that way.
No, I froze on the pubic-haired, blue-haired kid.
Oh.
The one that's just trying to
Man.
express himself. I mean, I shouldn't make fun of him, but You're not going to get a good job with
but
hair
clearly
like that.
clearly his views aren't solidified in any kind of lengthy amount of time and self introspection. He's still working on it.
He's still working on it.
He'll get there.
I don't blame him.
What?
We all had our phases. We all had them.
Yeah, it's a part.
I don't think I'm out of them yet.
I got married, so I mean, I made a real bad choice in that one.
Jeff, what's Mormon rebelling?
What's Mormon rebelling?
Yeah. I'm going to masturbate.
Finally not throwing away the Victoria's Secret catalog that comes in the mail.
Oh. Or Frederick's of Hollywood. That was a good one, too.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Frederick's of Hollywood.
Yeah. X, when you hit play, give us a 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, play.
Are not shown the evidence for there being a higher power. If we were, I almost guarantee that almost every atheist would immediately agree to there being a higher power.
Pretty much.
Are you atheists? Mm-hmm. Yes. Why? Well,
because I'm young and I don't know better.
Evidence, I suppose. I grew up in a Christian family, and just over the few years during high school and as I grew up, I just realized that there wasn't a lot of evidence to
grew up in a
that
Christian
belief
family.
system.
He's still growing it.
Evidence?
I think I am open to evidence. It just would have to.
Yeah, I fully see now that I'm like rounding the bases to 40 that like I was not even close to being a grown up at 20.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Who has no faith or no belief in a higher power or a creator, but if you were shown evidence, you would change your mind because you're open.
You see, I have a book. Oh wait, no, that's Ken.
Oh, I love this. I love
no. Pictures, and I'll ask you a question.
Eat my banana. Oh, yep. Yeah, he does have a book. I forgot about that bit.
Oh my god, he's pictures.
Could happen by accident. Nothing.
Yay.
Watchmaker fallacy.
Ray's book argument. This is what should we call this the comfort fallacy?
I'm going to because this book could just put itself together. Now, could it? It could it? Like if there was a natural process for books being put together, yes.
we can't just do the watchmaker argument.
Now, if you were to put a lamb in front of me and say, "Hey, we couldn't create this," I'd say, "Well, it can be natural. We can create it. And that's got a little thing." But his book, what a dipshit.
All right, let's see what he has to say.
What is it? Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Oh, DNA.
And it's what makes up our bodies
fuck you,
and our
Ray.
cells and everything.
Don't even pretend to understand what DNA is or what it does.
Oh, he understands what it is. This guy has been confronted plenty. He just misleads people on purpose.
Parts of us, how we look, how we're built, everything like that.
Your genes instructed yourself.
Okay, got of the gaps. Do it.
Should be on your hair and your height and your personality. Scientists call it the instruction book for life.
Now, who programmed that?
Oh, the instruction book.
TED Talk's program.
TED Talk, here we go.
Everything that you are or ever will be made of starts as a tiny book of instructions found in each and every cell.
For fuck's sake, Ray, it's an analogy.
Yeah, it's not a literal...
It's not a fucking instruction book.
Each of our books' 46 chapters is between 48 and 250 million letters long.
And pause real quick.
Yeah. It's a fucking analogy.
It's an analogy. DNA mutates after you're born. It's not going to be the same fucking set that you had when you first started out because guess what? Every time it's unzipped and zipped back up, there's pairs that are missing. That's how cancer happens. That's how all sorts of other illnesses happen. Even doing stuff as simple as vaping, apparently, according to a new study, says that it fucks with your DNA the same way as smoking. And
No, actually, it was the opposite.
Oh, is it?
They said it doesn't.
Well, then I'm going to start vaping this week. I'm not worried about my DNA anymore. It's already been passed on to the next generation.
I'm not worried about my
DNA. I guess I should say it was a scientific study, so it didn't say that it doesn't. It said there are no signs that currently lead to
an absolute
looking like it probably does. We don't think it does at this point. There's nothing that says it does.
There's nothing to stop it from looking douchey, though. You get some of those vape people that are douchey.
Oh, did I ever told
I'm
you?
fully aware. I'm fully aware of how
Have I ever told you one of my favorite vape stories? So it's in the middle of summer. Well, it's actually the beginning of summer. So I've got my window rolled down and I'm just listening to my NPRs.
Because you're a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
Listen to you.
Yeah, and this truck full of like toddlers drives up next to me, and they're all boys, and they go, yeah, and I look over, and they like all show me their e-cigs. I'm like, like I give them a thumbs up, like I don't understand. Okay. And I go, like, I'm ignoring them, right?
That's like the same thing as sports ball teams. Like, you have
and like, so
go Raiders!
So they start, like, yelling at me more. They're like, contest! And I look at them like, what?
A contest,
Who can blow the bigger cloud? And I went, oh, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And I rolled up my window. Like, they just sat there like they couldn't understand. Like, they thought that this had to be a culture thing, right? Like, it's sports ball. And I don't... That's the point, yeah. This isn't a sports ball for me. This keeps me from smoking cigarettes all the time.
Which I do not want to do because
chill out.
This is a replacement. This is so I don't go through a pack a day. Right. That's what it is.
Yeah, considering both your guys' professions, I can imagine that you would need that.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so we are at 5 minutes, coming down in 3, 2, 1.
That's 3.2 billion letters total.
You're talking about pairs, though. Pairs.
Language of DNA.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is the book of life.
Instruction book for life.
I saw that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
I love David Attenborough.
I do too.
By the way, he actually calls us
genes give instructions to the cells as to how your body should grow. Did you know that those instructions, the instruction
Okay,
book of
throw
your
something
DNA,
else in here
test
that's
your
non-relevant. False
laid out
dichotomy.
hand
Do
for
it.
hand,
Do
you
it.
Go to the sun and back a number of times. That book of instructions is so comprehensive. DNA is the genetic information encoded in the cell of every living thing.
Then how come I can choke on water while I'm drinking it?
It's our genes that determine whether our skin will be dark.
Why
or
the
light.
shit do I
Brown,
hiccup,
blue
and why
eyes,
the hell
red
do
or
I still
green
have
or
a
yellow,
tailbone?
have red hair, be brunette or blonde, be tall or not so tall, or the color of
Tall
the
or
skin.
not so tall.
Get it.
There's a word for that.
It.
Short.
Get it right.
Humans,
Come
fish,
on.
animals, insects, or
Not so
plant
tall,
life.
snowman.
The way our bodies look and operate.
Just get to your
is all
shitty
being
point, Ray.
pre-written
Come
in
on.
the amazing book of our DNA. What do you think the mentality
here's
of someone
goofy
who believes
music.
a book fell together without a bookmaker?
It'd be crazy.
Do you think a
For
book
fuck's
could
sake,
make
Ray,
itself?
we know how books are made.
Of course not.
No.
Utterly impossible.
Yes.
I hate his camera angle where he's
could
like,
have
answer me!
Nothing.
Answer me, motherfucker! Like,
So everyone that knows how a book is made should automatically assume they know exactly how DNA.
An explosion.
I didn't know how
And they're not the same thing.
Airplane to all just come together by accident without some intelligent thought behind it.
When I first picked up this movie, pausing at 6:43, this is like when I was watching this the night I picked this up from work. I came home at midnight and downloaded them all to the computer here, and I was like, this is the first moment where I went, guys, this fucking movie. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like 6 minutes in and it's watchmaker shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right out of the gate.
The worst thing is like all these people are they're giving him his position because they're saying, oh, could a book put itself together? And they're like, no, fuck no. And he's gonna tap dance around it, and he's gonna be like, "Well, everything's magically created," and it's like,
Right? Yeah.
Ray,
Yeah.
Ray, you're talking about just animals and life and all this shit. What about every particle that exists? You know, if you're walking on a beach that's made out of sand, this is the Dillahunty principle, where he's like, where you find a pocket watch in the sand, there was no apparent reason how it got there. Like, then every grain of sand is a pocket watch. You are a pocket watch upon a sea of pocket watches. It's like,
yeah, it doesn't.
It's infinitely complex, you know.
Yeah.
How about just the simple? We have a hard time telling the difference between an ancient pyramid and mountains sometimes, just because of the natural decay of things. But that's how hard it is to be able to tell design from reality. Except for we have other fucking books. We don't have other universes to compare it to. Ray.
We have books. Most books will have an author on them. Most books will have a publisher on them. We can go to the printer. We know how they're made. We can see them made. It's entirely different. DNA is not a fucking book.
And
no,
given
and it's
the
super
exact,
flawed.
given the example in which he's using right now, maybe he should read The Blind Watchmaker. Maybe there's another book he can compare here, huh?
Oh, but as we come to the closer to the conclusion of this, he's going to have words for us atheists that are like saying that it's watchmaker fallacy stuff. So
words, of course it is.
6:43 coming in 3, 2, 1.
That's a good point. Do you believe DNA happened by accident?
No, I think that it developed over the course of many, many millennia of
Were you there?
evolution and development.
DNA
That's correct.
In every living thing.
How can you see
Oh yeah,
that?
it does, you kiwi-brained fuck.
That there is intelligent information tells us there must be an intelligent designer.
No, it's not
yeah.
intelligent
There you go.
information.
It is, and I do.
I swear this looks like the Quad to Weaver State.
It kind of does.
You know what kills me is that you can never see him asking the question, so we really don't know what question he asked in that moment.
Yeah.
My son brought that up.
That's one of his techniques.
Tricks. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You an atheist?
I am.
What would you think of the mentality of someone who thought a physical book could make itself?
Nothing can make itself.
Of course it can't make itself.
What would you think of the mentality of someone who believed the instruction book for life, DNA, made itself?
Oh my hell.
I think it'd be silly as well. It would need investigation.
That's atheism.
That's you asking a
No, it's
stupid
not
person.
atheism.
That's
The intelligence of someone who believed the
I
instruction
fucking
book
hate
for
the word
life.
atheism too, because
it's
low intelligence level.
It doesn't deserve an ism.
Nope.
Probably not too smart.
Either you did.
Giggle.
These poor kids,
Does that make sense?
they're buying into the straw man he threw up.
Is this making you think?
Because
Yes.
Because they're not prepared for this kind of.
No, they're not.
Ray's good at this shit. If nobody picks up anything from us from watching this, is that Ray is really good at this shit.
We're not just talking about human beings. We're talking.
You know,
about
another thing he's not bringing up. He's talking about
cows, horses.
more adorable pictures, guys.
Oh yeah, more adorable pictures. He's not arguing that the God exists. He's just arguing the DNA versus Adam and Eve. He hasn't even touched it. You know, he's asking atheists, which is the answer to one question: isn't there a God?
Is there a creator?
Or a creator? And he hasn't even touched on that.
So yeah, he says it by accident. Calling it an accident is just so fucking intellectually dishonest.
Yeah,
it is.
He doesn't even understand abiogenesis.
More adorable pictures. Pictures.
Do you think all of this is an accident?
As you guys can see, it's like disco lights on my face whenever that fucking happens.
All I'm doing is reasoning with you. I'm not arguing. I don't want
I think I got.
No, you're not reasoning with him.
No, you're like talking him down. You're not even giving.
I know
him
you're playing fucking word games.
That nothing created everything.
That's genuine.
Yeah. No, he's throwing a word salad of apologetics at these kids that are just not equipped to handle. It's like playing fruit salad ninja, fruit word salad ninja with these kids. They can't do it.
He's gish galloping like a motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Well, and with the ages of these kids, and looking at my kid in particular, they wouldn't have any arguments for this because the people that surround them don't argue against the side of nothing. You know.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in a God. Why? Well, I don't know. He just doesn't exist because he doesn't exist.
It's a preposterous argument. It's a preposterous assertion.
Characterizing Richard Dawkins because Richard Dawkins, I'm sure he didn't say that seems ridiculous.
Oh fuck, he's bringing up Dawkins.
Yeah, because he's president of atheists.
Believes that in the beginning there was nothing, and that nothing created everything.
That's not. It doesn't create. See, that's the wrong word there. That's a manipulative word to use.
Right, he's playing word games, and fucking throwing Dawkins in is dishonest as well.
Counterintuitive that you can get something from nothing. Of course, common sense doesn't allow you to get something from nothing.
Hey, cut the
That's
film.
why it's interesting. It's got to be interesting in order to give rise to the universe at all. Something pretty mysterious had to give rise to the origin of the universe. Which exactly what's meant by nothing, but whatever it is, it's very, very simple. And why is that funny?
Well, I think it's a bit funny to be trying to define nothing.
Why?
Coming from the priest. priest.
Coming from the priest, yeah.
Yeah.
Dawkins is not a cosmologist. That's not his specialization. So trotting all over him for having an ineloquent explanation there is just really.
Absolutely.
And on top of that, they just, my son and I watched this interview right after, and they cut so much out of it that he tries to clarify and actually does an okay job.
Yeah, he does. But like I said, that's not his specialty. So coming out with a perfect explanation right out of the gate, that I wouldn't expect him to.
Yeah,
I can expect him to get there, but you're not talking to Lawrence Krauss about it.
No. God, where did my microphone volume go? God, it's really quiet for some reason. Maybe I'm blowing it out because of the loud audio from the computer. I don't know, but here we go.